a lot of people wonder, well, you are a Buddhist monk, Lawrence, so what exactly does that mean and what do you do? So one thing it means to be a monk is very simply this, and I'm going to show you. This is something I do every day, sometimes more than once a day, and this is something I even teach people how to do. And I think when people ask what does it mean to be a Zen monk or a city monk in my case, I'll just show you what that means. I've been working as a wedding officiant for just about 5 years now. In 2010, I had 2 students of mine from a meditation class that I was teaching that wanted me to marry them. They were getting married. So I said, well, I'd be happy to do that for you, but I don't know how to do it. So I just learned everything I had to learn about getting registered with the city of New York. And I just developed this ability to write really nice, personalized, custom wedding ceremonies that really reflect who the couple is and who both individuals in the couple are. So this is like a really, really beautiful robe that was custom made for me in Korea because I'm part of a Korean Zen tradition. And often couples request that I wear this for the ceremony. So this is really simple to put on. I can wear it under any kinds of clothing. It's all folded up and ready to go right before the wedding. And I put it on just like this. Doesn't take very long at all. And I put this over it as well. May you both be free from suffering and all of the causes of suffering. May you both know great happiness and all of the causes of happiness. May you both always be filled with loving kindness and forever extend this loving kindness toward each other and all other beings. And may you both be filled with compassion and forever extend this compassion towards each other and all others. So a lot of my job is about understanding what their spiritual beliefs are like, whether or not they're linked to a religion like Catholicism or Judaism or any other religion, and then incorporating what's most important to them from their religious traditions into a ceremony. I think the reason a lot of people choose to work with me, I'm a lay Zen Buddhist monk, whether or not they're Buddhist really isn't the issue. They come to me because they feel that I think a Buddhist is a good medium in between neutral point. I've married people from other countries. I once married a couple from Australia who got married in Central Park. I've married very young people, like not much older than 20 years old. I've married people who've been together for 30 years who are now in their 50s or 60s. People of different races, different religious traditions. Yeah, I've been really fortunate to meet all kinds of people through this work. Well, this is an example of a wedding I did recently where the groom in this case came from a Jewish background. Although he wasn't ultra religious, he was still interested in his religion and wanted to honor his ancestors and his background and his family that were in attendance. And the bride came from Buddhist perspective and a Christian background. So they wanted to incorporate what's called a huppah, which is a wedding canopy. And the huppah is really nice because it symbolizes the home that they're creating as a family. And just as there are no walls around the huppah, they hope and aspire that in their marriage, that their home will be open to all of their friends and their family. So that's a nice example of how we can incorporate different elements of people's religious backgrounds into a wedding ceremony. So the first thing I do whenever a couple decides to work with me is I send them a questionnaire to fill out. And the questionnaire helps me design the perfect wedding ceremony for them. I ask everything from, do they want me to wear my formal Buddhist monk robe, which is similar to this, but much nicer, and it's full length and light gray color, or I could wear a jacket and tie, depends on the couple. I also ask even things like, who's going to have the rings? I even ask about what kind of readings they want. So at a certain point, I suggest that couples have, and I like to be creative about it. I even tell people if there's a book you like that somehow resonates with both of you and your relationship and the ceremony that we're doing. So I always offer couples a free consultation. I mean, they can come to me here. This is exactly where they sit. This is like the couple's couch, I call it. So I try to really listen to them while I'm speaking to them in person, and based on the way that your couples answer the questionnaire, and make sure I devise something for you that's really personal and perfect for that day and for who you are as a couple. Right now I'm working on the couple vows. So before I have couples do individual vows or The ring exchange part, I like to have them do couple vows as long as they're interested. So this is one that I think most couples can aspire to as a couple. It says, do you promise to do your best to live in harmony with one another, to practice compassion and loving kindness, not just towards each other, but towards all living beings? There's one here, it's a really important couple vow. It's about change, and like remembering that all things change and that they're going to change, and to live with the knowledge of that understanding and not a fear of it. So they're all different kinds of vows. Sometimes I write them just for them, like for example, saying, do you promise to always remember to be lighthearted and to remember the healing properties of laughter? And they like that one a lot, and it makes sense for them. So I remember in 2011 when the marriage equality law passed here in New York State, it was fascinating to see so many LGBT couples coming to me who had been together for many, many years, some as many as 20 to 30 years, and never before imagined that they'd ever have the opportunity or the right to get married and formalize their relationship. So having the honor to be part of that special event in their lives is just something that's indescribable to me. So I've always been a photographer. For many years I've been taking photographs. This is one I took early this year and had printed recently. So I feel like even my background as a photographer really helps me to design the ceremonies that I do. It helps with my creative thinking. It helps the way I approach people, and I like to think out of the box sometimes and really be able to see people for who they are and what kind of ceremony that they specifically want. That's not based on anything else that's been done before. I like to keep it pretty unique like my photography is.